So do you guys enjoy weddings in general?
Oh, I do, because there's a buffet.
I like, weddings always happen when I don't want to go to them.
Ah.
They sound like a good idea, like most things, a month in advance, and then the day rolls around before, and you have to do it. And it's like the gym. Once you get there, you're having fun.
That's a very good point, because nobody wants to get dressed up on a Saturday and then
Yeah.
you go to a wedding. And then once you get there, you're right. It is pretty fun.
Yeah.
And it depends on the people that are there.
That's
Let's
true.
say, if it's fun. Do you guys believe, I met you before and you told me that you don't really believe in marriage. Is that true?
Well, no, that's not exactly true. I've never been married, and I totally believe in marriage. I think marriage is a great thing for people who want to go down that road. It's just not come my way. Who knows? Maybe it will one day.
That's what we always keep saying. We're firm believers in personal choice. What's right for you isn't right for me, isn't right for John. And I'm trying to layer little messages into the script this time that it's not for everyone. And I say to our daughter in the opening scenes, you don't have to get married and make babies, which is just my subtle way of saying to hopefully a whole generation, go cure cancer. There are other things. If you choose to get married and have babies, okay, good.
Would you think that same way about your own kids? You have a...
I have a daughter.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if she chooses not to get married, that's fine.
Absolutely, as soon as she's finished medical school.
Okay. That is more important, though, for women today to have their own kind of
identity,
path.
yes. And some women form their identity in their marriages. So I'm not anti-marriage or pro, I'm just pro-personal choice.
So it took you, is it 12 years since the first, no, 14 years since the first movie?
24 years.
72.
Feels like 24. So why did you wait so long to do this?
I waited for motherhood before I could write the sequel because we're parents at the end of the first movie, and I knew if I went into the sequel I would have to continue in that world that I knew nothing about. So I very quietly said no to the sequel and did other things, but I became a mom, and on my daughter's first day of kindergarten I got the idea and started writing.
And she's at an age now when I guess she can be embarrassed by her parents.
Oh, of course, that's her God-given right. Yeah, it'll make her funny. The more I embarrass her, it's better for her personality.
So did you realize a point, I think we all get to a point in life where we're like, okay, now I am the embarrassing one.
Yeah.
But now you're like, you're kind of not so self-conscious at one point in life. I think we get over this edge. Did you, both of you feel that?
I like to say I always had a 12-month supply of confidence because I was just a gregarious kid who did stuff to make people laugh from a very young age, and it was I wasn't book smart on any level, but I knew how to make people laugh by making a fart noise or whatever.
It's so important to stay childlike, and we both are emotionally immature, which is why we get along. But I think what happens to children is they are unfettered in their approach to life, and then we tell them that they're too loud or they're wrong or they're in the way, and then children shut down. So I hope that we can have a generation of kids who are just overconfident. What's wrong with that?
That's good. So, John, do people still call you Aiden on the street, or are they changing it up now that you have...
No, it's funny how many of them do know my name, and more recently. I don't know why. I haven't had anything popular in a while since this, but they still call me Aiden. I'm shooting in New York, where we are right now, a TV show, and I'm on the streets a lot, so I do hear Aiden a lot. Yeah, especially because it's on every day, and, you know, there's a lot of tourists here.
Were you a fan of the show? Sex and the City?
Oh, yeah. Actually, Sarah Jessica Parker approached me at the Golden Globes, and she leaned in and whispered, "We've both kissed the same boy."
She said that. Didn't you want her to end up with Aiden, too?
Again, I'm a big fan of personal choice. I respect what the writers did.
Yeah, I think they made the right choice, too. I don't think she would have been happy with the old country hick Aiden.
That's so fascinating, but I'll never forget that line. "You broke my heart." Oh, didn't he just crack you in two when he did that?
I still have all my Aiden clothes, by the way.
Really?
Patricia Fields let me keep everything. I have my Aiden white shirt. I have all my clothes. I kept everything.
Wow, I have my Tula glasses.
Oh, wow.
As a
Oh,
hobby.
that's cool.
It's nice to keep.
So you get to keep things sometimes?
Well,
or
not get to,
can
we
you
steal.
Yeah, you steal. Okay.
I don't ask. I just take, and they never ask
And then
back.
apologize later.
You got one of those spray bottles from this one?
A Windex bottle?
Windex.
Oh, yes. Uh-huh.
You got a
Lifetime
bunch of them.
supply. Uh-huh. haven't paid for Windex or a Greek salad
Yeah.
since that first movie came out.
She's got a carton full.
Great. So, making a movie like this with so many generations of people, what was it like on set? You're having 20 people running around because they're running most of the time. I realize too.
The energy's very high. Yes. What was it? What would you say it was like on set?
Well, sets are, listen, there is a lot of running around, but you're there for 14 hours and you need to pace yourself. It's like a marathon, and you'll be back again the next day. So you need to pace that running around so that you have enough gas in the tank at the end of the day at 4 in the morning and enough to come back.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an organized chaos, as they say.
Yeah.
So both of you have been but you're not married. But I know you've been in a relationship for a long time, and you've been married for,
For 23 years.
23.
But don't tell my wife.
I know, right?
That is
Yeah, wow. Is it
wow,
that
that's
long?
amazing.
I know, and I'm only 24. He bought me at auction.
So what's the secret to staying together, especially in this industry where I feel like it's harder than other probably.
Well, we've only been together for 14 calendar years, but about 6.5 physical years, just because our lives take us. Listen, I'm here now for 3 months. I won't see my better half for 3 months. And then we just did this movie less than a year ago for 3 months. So there's 6 months of the year already gone and away from home.
Yeah.
This actors' clocks are usually half of regular people's because they're like that.
Yeah, it's a sad fact that not many things film in your hometown, and so you do travel a lot. But I don't know. We were just saying that we try very hard not to give advice because what works for me would not work for you.